Thank you for joining me today in my garden. I have a few things that I'm going to plant today. It's a fall day here. Basically, I have lots of leaves everywhere. I can't even clean them at the moment because it's been raining also, so everything is like wet, stuck on the ground. I have to wait until everything dries out and have a good dry window to be able to blow all the leaves out and clean up here. But in the meantime, I had some projects to do, so I figured I'll just go ahead and get it done regardless of the situation, because just it is what it is right now. You know, there is no really good time to get anything done because leaves are just keep falling down even if I clean it every day. So especially with the rain, it's just kind of it's a messy season at the moment, but we're doing the best we can. It's okay. So anyway, I'm going to plant a few things today. First, I have a few annual plants for the season, so I figured I'll just go ahead and start at least to fill my containers for this season. I think I have a few things that's going to be not just like fall, but also will carry us through until May for the winter time, because in our area we still have a really mellow winter. It's like we can get maybe possible freeze, very slight freeze once or twice in January, but after that it's just still nice and mellow weather, so we can enjoy plenty of color and flowers still really throughout the winter. And so like pansies, and I got some cyclamens that I would like to plant in my containers. And actually here I'll show you. We'll just start from here, maybe it would be best. So I have they had nice good size cyclamens that they brought at our supermarket for really not that expensive. It was a good price for this size of a plant. So I got a few to go into containers, and they were all red, but I think it was perfect because I kind of want to have the pop of color for Christmas, especially having the red color in a garden. And also, since there is not much of a color, kind of like to have the pop of color at different places. So anyway, I have cyclamens that I would like to plant. Also, they had nice heb. It's a purple point heb or variegated heb. I don't know the Latin name. I actually looked up, but I can tell you right now. If you guys are interested, I can put that up for you. So anyway, I'm going to plant these in the containers, and you can see this already starting to bud this season. Look at all the buds, looking really pretty. And I think my homemade compost, this will really flourish in the containers. And then after the spring, when I'm ready to change my seasonal containers, I think I'm going to plant them in my new area that I'm working on in the garden. And they're nice. They're evergreen for my area. They will stay really beautiful. So I think I'm just going to plant in different places and kind of let it be in my landscape, and they will still flourish beautifully. The color this time of a season. So I have heb, and then I have just pansies that I'm going to plant in a different small containers in the area. I really would like to plant some nice kind of I don't know, annuals, maybe fill this area with annuals for the season, but there's nothing I can do at the moment until all of these leaves fall down, because I'm constantly raking and cleaning leaves from here. So I think I'm just going to wait until all the leaves fall down. I'll clean everything up, then I will probably plant some annuals, especially for this area because this is right at our door. get that done, and then maybe just cover the ground with you know, nice clean mulch to keep it all, you know, looking clean and beautiful, and then you know, just call it good, but until, you know, in the spring. So anyway, but today, besides the containers, I also had a couple of other plants that I was going to plant. Which one? So I bought another rhododendron. So this area right here, I used to have a vanilla strawberry hydrangea, which I moved last summer in a sunnier spot. It just didn't do well. And then not a lot of things are doing well under these trees. Hydrangeas seem like doing well. They do need extra water because these trees pretty much take all the water from everything, and so from all the other plants, so I have to give extra, and it dries much faster. So but I am going to plant this rhododendron called Wine and Roses, and so I think the color will be really pretty here with the afternoon sun kind of hits this area, and so I think with that burgundy color of the leaves, like undertones of the leaves, will bring really nice glow here. So anyway, I'm going to plant this rhododendron here, and then I have two other hydrangeas that I have to plant, which is, so I'll show you. There is one that looks really nice. This one called Fraise Melba, and it's you know, quite a nice size hydrangea, but I think that's what I'm trying to go for, because I kind of like to fill this area a little more. I have a peony, but I think peonies will be fine. I can always cut the peonies after the season. So this one, Fraise Melba, fraise is strawberry in French, so it's a French, it's strawberry melba, and it's kind of has that beautiful color in the fall. And let's see, this guy gets about 142 to 200 centimeters tall. So it's going to be probably maybe about this tall, or maybe we'll fill in. And it's white and rose color. So I'm excited about this one, because I need something here. I need something like, you know, more with lots of flowers. So I think this one will do good. And then I have another one that I'm going to plant right here. And this one, oh, and I wanted, before I go to that, I wanted to show you, this is the hydrangea that I planted last summer, and it's called Red Prime, and I think it's a piniculata. I think it's derivative of limelight, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but look at the color of how it's changed. It looks amazing. Look at this beautiful fall color. I mean, they're falling down, but it has such a beautiful color. I couldn't even believe it. So I have hydrangea here. These are peonies, which will bring me nice beautiful color in the spring before the hydrangeas really take off. And I'm thinking, if I plant one more hydrangea, I'm thinking here, I have a Nufofia here, which I'm going to remove. So I want to plant this hydrangea right here, someplace right here. And then that way I will have hydrangea, 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 and I have peony, 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 peony. And so this area will be filled with peonies, but hydrangeas will have a nice long-lasting blooms in this area, which still will bring a height and make a kind of a nice border here as well. So, you know, this is all kind of a creative process, and we have to play with it to see really what the results will be. It's kind of all into imagination. Sometimes we do things and it doesn't work, and we move them in a different spot, and you know, around different beds. But in the meantime, you know, we'll just try and see how it's all going to play out. I'm not sure. It's all kind of a fantasy. Anyway, so it will be 3 hydrangeas on a row here. So I'll go ahead and start. Oh, this hydrangea. We need to talk about this guy. So hydrangea piniculata, and I'm not sure how to even say the name of this one. Let me move this up. Actually, I can maybe. Yes. So let's see. This one is hydrangea piniculata Diamantino, Ren 101. I don't know. I've never even heard of this name. but it's really beautiful. It stays with that nice creamy kind of chartreuse, also light, creamy pink kind of tones. Also, what was interesting about this hydrangea that I liked was it had a really large blooms. I think each bloom was like 40 centimeters, if I can't remember where I read. Anyway, it's supposed to here, no, 20 centimeters. 20 centimeters each bloom. So this is actually going to have a huge, and this flowers that blooms that I've already cut because they were already spent and finished. They were quite large for this size. I mean, this bush is not really that big, but it's already, had a nice big bloom. So I really liked that about this hydrangea. Also, it doesn't get very big. It goes to about 1 meter 20 centimeters tall and 1 meter 20 centimeters wide. So it will not get really huge hydrangea, which is ideal for me for this area because I have peonies all around it and I don't want them completely to be smothered with it. So I think this will be a nice size hydrangea for this spot. This one though will be bigger, but it seemed like it has a lot more room for it to really flourish there. So anyway, we'll get started. I have my homemade compost that I'm going to mix in with soil a little bit. We'll get this done. In fact, actually, I would like to go ahead and start with the rhododendron because I already have the hose brought to it, so we can water after we plant. So we'll get started there, and then we'll just come this way. Then we'll fill our pots. All right, let's get started. I'm actually excited to do some planting because it's been a while. And I've been really wrapped up in home projects and some other stuff that I do inside. And so we'll take compost. I don't really need this at the moment, I think. We'll take this soil. Let's see. And to bring my okay. So if you guys have been watching my other videos, I planted one last summer of this rhododendron. It has beautiful, it doesn't get really big. It's about 1.5 meters tall, 1.5 meters wide, but it has a beautiful pink coral kind of color of the flowers. But the most interesting thing about this rhododendron, what I love, that I find incredibly interesting, is the undertones of beautiful burgundy. And of course the rhododendrons are evergreen, which will be really nice plant here without losing the leaves, especially for the winter. It will be nice winter interest, I guess I want to say. When everything loses its leaves, it's nice not to have still have that nice structure in the garden. So I have some acidic soil because rhododendrons love acidic soil. So I'm going to mix some acidic soil with my soil to give it a good start, and some homemade compost. I don't think I'm going to give fertilizer. Another thing that I want to point out for the rhododendrons, azaleas, and camellias, they're all acidic soil loving plants, and they all need to be planted a little higher than a soil level because they don't like their roots to be sitting in a wet water kind of collected area. So they like to have their crown a little higher so the water actually runs down. So I will go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like. I filled up 2 containers. Our video was getting a little long and I'm so sorry about that, but I had to figure out a way to get this done before everything just doesn't work out anymore. So I really like how it turned out. Can I just say, I think by far this is one of my favorite containers I've done, especially for this season. So we have a cyclamen here, we have a heb, and you can see it has lots of blooms. Actually, it's just starting to kind of like starting to bloom. There's buds here, lots of buds. And also I just wanted to point out that before I planted all of these plants, I already mixed in all my lots of homemade compost into these containers, along whatever the old soil that was already here, like a potting soil. So I added a bunch of my homemade compost to give them a really good boost, and so I think they will really thrive. I can't wait to see how they do with the homemade compost. But I have pansies, heb. This guy, if you guys know what this is, let me know. I have to look up. I haven't had a chance to look up, but they always bring this season, and I love it. I think this is maybe I'm not sure. Don't want to say anything because I have to research this one, but I love the colors. I really like the brightness. It looks really good, and I like the height and kind of how it comes down a little kind of in layers. I love how it turned out, and let's go ahead and I can show you this one as well, how it looks. Maybe I'll just do it a little bit this way so you can see. And I still need to go ahead and water everything. I haven't watered it, but it looks really, really good. And I think it looks really nice if we go from, oops, here. So now I have 2 containers. I don't know, it's hard to see, but I have 2 blue containers here, which has lots of beautiful color. I might have to change the cyclamen though. I'm not on this side. I'm not sure. I have to look into it and see. We'll see how I feel. I might have to change the cyclamen on this side, heb on the other. That way it will be more symmetric. We'll see. But I think I might have to do that. But for overall, it looks really good. I actually like how it looks from here on this side. Looks beautiful from this side. And so, be careful, George. Looking really good. Here, this was really very simple one. I just basically just popped some cyclamens in here. These are really big, so I really didn't have a lot of room to do stuff with. I popped a couple of plastic ornaments, Christmas ornaments in there for Christmas decoration. I might do some things around it still. I'm not sure. I will have to kind of take a look at it, wait and see how it goes. I might put a few small things with it, but the leaves are kind of covering most of the pot, so we'll see how how it all goes. But for the moment, this is good. So I got 2 done. I have 2 more to go and a couple other things. But when this is all cleaned up and composted, everything will look so much proper and cleaner. Will look really nice. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos, please. Talk to you soon. Bye.